Hey guys, I'm back and I'm going to paint a new teacup. This one is called Olivia's Teacup. I tried to pick like a really cute, sweet, feminine name that I really love because this teacup is so cute and feminine and sweet, and I love it so much. So I thought the name was perfect for it. As you know, I always start with my 3-grid method for sketching out the teacup. This helps me to get everything about as proportionate as I can. Is proportionate a word? I don't know. Proportional, to get the right proportions. How about that? It was a little tricky. I had to do a lot of erasing and double and triple checking where all my points are because there were a lot of round edges with this one. The teacup is round, the handle is round, and then in the saucer, it had these really fun scallops, kind of like waves in the saucer, which I hadn't seen before, and I thought was really fun until I had to draw all those lines. Just kidding. It was fine, but it took a little time. So now that that's all done, I always start on the biggest part of the cup. I figure if I can get this filled in and looking like I want, it feels like a win, and it motivates me to keep moving, honestly. Even though this teacup is covered in little flowers, I only get the base coloring down for the teacup and the saucer before I do the flowers. This helps me get all the lights and the darks blocked in. And once the flowers go on, I can adjust the colors for the flowers, and it kind of adjusts along with what's behind it. So it works out really well for me. So if you're trying to paint, that's a little tip. There you go. So here I am working on the scalloping on the teacup saucer, and I had to kind of go back and forth with the darkness of those shadows, but I finally got it to a place where I like. But now I'm using that diluted white paint to kind of sketch in my flowers, and joke's on me, I diluted it too much and it all disappeared by the time I went to do my flowers, which I had to just laugh at myself when that happened. But as usual, I went back in with white paint that was thicker, kind of blocked out where my flowers are, then added their colors. I love how this cup has like pinks and corals and this green for the leaves. Oh, I don't know what it is about this green and the pale pink of the cup. I just adore it. That is the whole reason I picked this cup, I think, because it's beautiful. So here I am just adding more flowers. I always start with a white base to give it something to kind of sit on. And then I add in the colors, the darks and the lights. And then these flowers actually have a little outline around them, so I wind up doing those too. And here's some more of the little parts. I'm actually going to adjust that one because it just wasn't at the right angle. And luckily, the paint was wet enough that I could still adjust it. But now it's just all about going in and adding all the things I see as much as I can. It is a little simplified, so if you looked at the real cup, it wouldn't be exact. But it's to get the idea across of what is there. And now I'm adding in the details of the saucer. It had that floral print as well, which I really loved. I just think this cup is so beautiful. And now it's already time to start on the other parts. So I added the inside, which was really simple and white. And don't you love how once I put in the white, you can really see how pink the cup actually is. I think before then, it just looks kind of pale and you can't really tell. The same with the handle. There's actually pink in that handle, and you can't really tell until I start putting in the background. But now I'm working on the saucer. I'm trying to make sure that all of these teacup paintings have a similarity in the light coming from the left and the shadows on the right. So once again, I am just adding in the lights and the darks and trying to kind of even them out and make it look cohesive, big words, so that it actually looks like a saucer. And then I had to go in and add in these very delicate little scallops, and that took a while. I had to kind of go up and down and over very carefully so that I didn't go over the work that I had already done. But it turned out good, and then there was just a little bit of shading in there, and that's it. So now we're on to the bottom of the background, filling it in with a white color, and now I'm adding yellow on the left side where the light is coming from, a little bit of yellow light, and the permanent object shadow that I talked about previously in another video. Now I'm adding the actual cast shadow from the teacup on the right side. Did I say left earlier? I don't even know. You just watch what I was painting. Then I went in and kind of lightened it up. That's what happened right at the end to get it where I wanted. So now I'm working on the actual background, and I went in with a lighter kind of whitish beige tone to start, because I was going to be adding darker brown, tan, grayish color to the background. So here I am drawing it in, and then I'm fading it out into where the light is coming from on the left side. I get my left and right confused all the time. My gosh. And now it's time for the gold. Yay! This cup had those scallops. So the gold actually ran across the scallops on the cup and on the saucer. So that was an interesting new way to do things, adding in the shadows for each one and the highlights. Then we get to the handle. I don't know. The handle is like one of my favorite things to do for some reason. I love it. So of course I add in the lights and the darks there to get it looking like a good gold stripe. And we move on to the scalloping on the edge. Very quickly here, I had in a medium tone gold, then I go in with darks and then the highlights. And the highlights can have corals or golds or pinks or bright yellows. They always change, but it all looks cohesive in the end. You would never know. Then I added a little extra shading on top, and I love how she turned out. Like I said, I think she's so perfect and sweet, and she's the perfect addition to the 3 pink cups I've already finished. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.